Today, friends, we're going to check out the UU2 from Soundpeats, so let's get cracking. Of course, let's start with just what is in the box. So here we have Soundpeats, the UU2, also called the Pop Clip 2. Of course, don't forget your manual is up here. User guide, ways to reach out, and stickers. The case, and of course, the UU2 buds. I will remind you, there is a protective anti-charge strip we need to pull off. I'll do that in just a second. It uses USB-C. And we can find that cable right here. I'm going to get this charged, and then we'll do some testing. While we wait for it to charge, let's get that app installed. I'm on iOS and simply going to type Soundpeats and choose Get and open. Agree. Slide through their notes. And then, of course, I'm going to log in. We are signed in and they're charged, so let's connect them. All right, so now that they are charged, let's get them out. Of course, they power on by themselves. Grab the phone, move to Bluetooth, and bingo. Soundpeats UU2 are connected. And now let's go back to Soundpeats. Let's add these. Bingo. It found the UU2. I'm going to allow while using the app. Notice they recommend keeping it upgraded. I'm going to proceed. Check for updates. Right now it was on 0.21. We're going all the way up to 0.29. I'm going to download. Start the update. Of course, we did not have any music playing. I lost focus watching this and it did go to sleep, but check it out. You can see here just a few minutes later, it's all updated. Inside the settings, let's turn on the dynamic EQ. Real quickly, I'm going to change this to always allow. All right, so right now I'm going to connect these to my computer so that we can actually try them out and you can hear a little bit of what I'm hearing. Let's go to Bluetooth. I want to add a device. Bluetooth. And right now I am pulling the earbuds out. And right here we have the UU2. The UU2 is connected. Friends, let's listen to a song. I'm going to hit done right here. We'll close Bluetooth. I am in my Bluetooth audio and let's check out one of my favorites, Barbecue Blues. All right, this is immersive. I've got the audio at about half, and it was just flat out kicking my butt. Okay, so I had to pause the music because it was hard to focus with the awesome tune going on and to tell you about these. They are magnificent. The amount of bass from such a tiny set of headphones is absolutely bonkers. The 12mm dynamic driver is so powerful. Unbelievable what you can get out of such a small device. They are super comfortable in my ears. They are great for when I'm working out. They are also great for when I'm just sitting around the house. Let's run through the manual super quick. Of course, getting to know our earbuds. We have got the charging contacts. We've also got the headphone buttons. And then we've got the charging indicator light and the Type-C port. Finally, the charging cable. Of course, we already peeled and charged, and you've also seen how to connect them with Bluetooth. Now next up, let's check out the functions. One of my favorite things about these buds is that they switch from left to right based on where you put them in the case. You don't have to put them away a special way, they just automatically become the right once they get back in there. So if you tap once, it raises the volume on the right. If you tap the left, it subtracts it. If you double tap, it does play pause, or it answers or hangs up. If you hold for 1.5 seconds, it goes back a song. If on the right you hold it for 1.5 seconds, it skips forward a song. You can also hold for 1.5 seconds to cancel your calls. And then finally, if you hold for 3 seconds, you can fire up the microphone. As far as charging, if it's fully green, it is completely charged. If it's not, it will flash slowly. You can also go to yellow when it's under 50%, and if it's under 20%, it'll become red. That's the same pattern for when it's charging. As far as wearing, you can see that I have slid mine down into the position. Love how comfortable they are, and I love how the music sounds. Of course, you can tweak and adjust this to find the perfect way to wear them for your ears as well. Also, they do have a dual device feature. If you want to connect the two devices at once, you can check those steps right there. Once you have that set up for two devices, the next time it happens automatically. You do lose the ability to use LDAC when you're using it. Also, if you need to reset them, there's a function button right here. You hold that for 10 seconds and you can reset your earbuds. All right, friends, so let's wrap this up. I am loving the UU2 buds from Soundpeats. They are light, less than 5 grams a piece. They've got a 10-hour charge. They are so comfortable to wear, and I love the bass. Of course, I'm using them outside. I am also using them inside right now while I'm working with my PC. Of course, if you want to learn more, make sure you check the link in the description. Friends, I do want to quickly say thank you to everybody that supports me via YouTube memberships. Don't forget there are 3 levels of support starting as low as $5 a month. With any level of support, you get early access to videos. Also, make sure you pay attention for those members only posts. A massive shout out as well to everybody that supports me via Patreon. Love how the group is growing. We're way past 600 members. It has a fantastic free messaging area where you can ask questions, post designs, gain skills. Of course, you can learn more with the bit.ly up above or the link in the description. Finally, friends, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget every time you like, hype, share a video, add a comment down below, or hit subscribe. You're helping HLModTech get just a little bigger, which absolutely makes my day. Friends, have a glorious day, and keep tinkering.